Hey everyone, welcome to Tia's Conversation Lounge. Thank you for joining us today. So, what are we going to be talking about today? Today's conversation is going to be a follow-up to the series of creating a new way of business that is built upon soul purpose, built upon the higher self's way of business. And I'm here today to share a personal experience that has driven me today to talk about what I've learned about the importance of the higher self leading in business instead of the old way, which is icky, yucky. Ugh. So let's get started. Okay, so today, Beloved Tony and I went to a restaurant in Florida, and we had, it was a Thai and sushi restaurant, and the restaurant, we went in there, ordered some food, and everything started to go okay until I got the Mongolian beef. And when I received the Mongolian beef and I had a taste of the food, my experience is that the beef had a foul odor. The quality did not taste right. And it just wasn't a great experience for me. I just did not enjoy the meat. So I said, you know what? I don't want to eat this. I can't eat this food. I called in the waiter. And the waiter said, no, we can't refund you the food. We cannot give you a refund for this meal. And I was like, well, but I didn't enjoy the meal. It doesn't taste okay to me. Well, no, we're not refunding you the meal. So I said, okay, can I speak with your manager, please? So I went to the front to speak to the manager. And the manager said that he was not going to refund me the meal. And this was really disheartening for me because, it was not my understanding of their culture to do that. I had attended before this restaurant, and when I did not enjoy a meal, it was returned and refunded to me. So it was not my expectation that I'd experience something like this. It was quite to my surprise that I was not treated with the level of love and care that I was expecting to receive. The first thing the manager said to me was like, two other people ordered the same meal and they're fine. And I said, I'm not those two people. I'm not those two people. And he did not listen to my voice. He did not care what I had to say. He did not listen or care about my experience or happiness as a customer. He said, no, we're not giving you a refund. Then he said, okay, we'll do 50% off. I decided to go with that because I didn't want to argue. I had my family there, and I really just wanted to have the right thing done, but he didn't. So I left because now I will not be going back to his business, and I will not support that type of practice. So, the experience for me walking out was unhappy. I was not treated with the level of care, love, and respect that I think every customer should have, And I don't know the name of the restaurant off the top. It's Ichi something. I don't know I have to get the name. It's Ichi-san. I have to get the name. I'm going to write the name down in the description, because you ever visit this place, now you know that they don't provide, the culture did not support providing a return of something else so that I was happy with the meal. So you can choose what you want to do from there, but at least now you know. So here's a takeaway from this that I'm learning, because in the higher self's way of business, when there's first a few things: quality of product, quality of meat, freshness of ingredients, care for the customers, wanting the customer to be happy, listening to the voice of the customer, right? Going above and beyond to ensure that the customer is sincerely happy, so that you are, so there is I forgot a very important piece. So basically, I paid for something I did not eat. Yes, guys, I paid for something I did not eat. Does that sound okay to you? No, it was not okay for me. I'm watching the monitor because my beloved son is here. So if you see me glancing down, that's why, okay? He's on the monitor. So how does the higher self, so for me, there are key takeaways from this. Here we have a model and business ownership that is driven by money over the care and happiness of the customer. That's number one. Because I was not happy. Money was, I felt the manager chose to, instead of giving me a full refund and ensuring my happiness was there, he did not ensure that it was there. So I felt there was a lack of inclusion and service. Two, quality of ingredients. Businesses that care about the people care about what they put in the food. They care about the quality and the care they put into the service. We care about the experience of the customer. These are important. So I can just imagine if the higher self is coming to me at a restaurant and the higher self is serving me food. And the higher self says, "Here's your food, darling. Here's your food. I'm here to serve you." And if I come back to the higher self and say, "And I'm not happy with this meal, it doesn't taste right." First of all, that would not happen under the higher self spell. But let's say something happened, right? The higher self would say, "What can I do to ensure that you're happy? What is it that I can do to ensure that you walk out a happy customer?" Right? So if someone's happy and there's a flow of gratitude, of exchange of gratitude between the customer and the business, there is prosperous circulation there because gratitude is running, love is running. There are certain ingredients and there are certain virtues that are happening that are ensuring that the customer has received a quality product, the customer is happy, and there's been care in the way that the customer, there's care in the way that in treating the customer. So if you're looking at the old way and then you're looking at the new way, which way would you like? Wouldn't you want to go somewhere knowing that the business cared for you over profits? Wouldn't you want to go somewhere where businesses cared about the people over their pockets? Not to say there's anything wrong with profit, but what about the focus and the drive being about customers and ensuring they received what the business promises to give, right? Delivering on one's word. Another piece I just remembered, okay? Then the waiter comes back to the table. They agreed to 50% off. Came back, and instead of giving me the 50% off, he gave me, the plate was like 20 something dollars. They took off $6. So they did not keep their word. They did not honor the agreement. And then when they came back again, they still did not honor their agreement fully. They did not give us the exact amount they said they would. So the entire experience for me was very distasteful, and I just walked out feeling unloved. And that type of business practice isn't coming from love. It's not coming from care and kindness and respect. It doesn't feel like the higher self's virtues at all. Now imagine if that's a business practice and a model that does not really care about serving people to that level of care. What kind of impact is it going to have on their business? There's one thing that beloved Tony had thought about is like, I'm just a number. They don't care. They have an abundance of people walking through their business. But that's the falsehood there. What I'm learning from this is that every customer matters, and it affects the prosperity of the business. So if you have a business and one person is mistreated, there is a karmic return for that. And I don't know what extent that is, but that's what I'm feeling, is like there's a karmic responsibility of a business. And there is also the level of prosperity that a business can embody or create depending on the virtues they embody and how they treat their customers and the entire model that they have. Is it built upon a foundation of greed and selfishness, or is it built upon a foundation of love, integrity, and care for the people? And that, both models have different returns and outcomes. But what I'm learning from this is that karma really is an important factor to consider when we have a business. Like when we treat other people the right way, when we treat other people with care and love and respect, then we get that return through gratitude. So I don't really know much more yet. I'm still learning about the higher self's way of business. I'm still discovering this, okay? So, you can discern for you what's true or not true, and what is it that feels right to you. But this is just my understanding and learning so far, that there is an energetic component to business that's not seen. And if I can understand, but also I can understand the energetics of a business, I can understand how energy works and who we're being in business matters, then that will help me or anyone to create their structure and model, and their policies and structures and procedures and the culture of the business in a way that supports prosperous circulation and prosperity versus the opposite. And what is the opposite? Is it lack, greed, entitlement, or loss? I don't know. I have to figure that. I have to ask questions. I'm just learning. I'm just really learning about this, because this is what the higher self wants to talk about, guys. The higher self wants to talk about a new way of doing business that creates prosperity, prosperous circulation, so business flourishes, and there are certain things that need to be set up so that can be done. And the state of being of the owner really matters, guys. Like if the owner is vibrating an old model of selfishness and greed and self over people and not honoring their word and all that, it's not a good model, because people are not going to be happy, and then they're going to leave reviews on your page. It can affect your reputation. It can affect the business. The quality of food that's being made at these restaurants. All of those things matter. They really do. Versus you have a company where people are happy. They're going to leave great reviews. They're going to be happy. They're going to tell their friends, their families about their experience. Imagine the prosperity there, because they're so happy that they want to give back. Yeah, that's what I want. I want that one. So, stay tuned. There's more to come. I'd love to learn about what you're thinking. What do you think about the old way of doing business right now on this planet and how businesses are operating? Do you know of any businesses that are operating with the new heaven, new earth model, or a higher self model that cares about the people and really is driven by love and value over selfishness and greed? If you do, I'd love to know what that business is so I can study it. I'm just gonna learn from all of this. And if you have a business and you're like, there's some good takeaways here, or what wisdom do you have to share based upon your experience of how you conduct your business that is generating prosperity for you? So again, thank you for listening. This is just sharing my testimonial on my experience of an encounter with a business and the restaurant, and how I felt walking out. And so I'm gonna put the name of the business here in the description. So if you're ever see it, then you know what their culture is, and you can learn also. I'm doing that deliberately so people have a choice, But other than that, I just wanted to say thank you for listening, and I appreciate your time and attention. Namaste.